Why did I choose Romania? It is different. It's Europe, but not Europe, in the sense that it's still a growing economy. And we like to travel to different parts of the world, so we decided on Romania.
From colleagues that were working at the American School of Lima, they spoke highly of the American School of Bucharest. So much that I got really excited about applying here. They said that I would love it. I was also very excited about living in Europe because I had never been to Europe before.
I attended AISB since I was 3 years old, so I am a product of the school. I spent 14 years in formal education over here, graduated when I was 18 and pursued a degree in advertising with marketing communications in Bournemouth in the UK, and then I returned to work back at the school.
The opportunity you have living in Bucharest is that you get to live in a city that's got some of the best things about Europe for a fraction of the cost, and you can have a nice European lifestyle. There's a huge collection of international restaurants, so I enjoy kind of rotating between different international and ethnic cuisine and eating out.
I think it's a very good city to live in. It's kind of, I feel like it's a bit of a hidden gem. It pretty much now has everything a Western country would have, but nobody knows about it, so it's kind of unique that way.
Great parks for kids, you know, for riding bikes and skating and you know, meeting other people. Great playgrounds, they're very clean, they're very safe.
The museums, all the different possibilities that you have in the city, the restaurants, the old town, and when you walk around, the architecture and the friendliness of the Romanian people. You have great travel opportunities. You're in the center of Europe.
I think Transylvania is quite exceptional. It reminds me of what perhaps Europe was like 150, perhaps 200 years ago. It's totally unspoiled. And so because of that, beautiful. You've got the Danube and the Danube Delta, which is, you know, world-class, UNESCO world-class heritage areas.
Coming from Peru, I'm a little bit of, no food is better than Peruvian food, but I was really surprised. When I got here and I tried the food that Romania has, I was blown away. It's so, so delicious.
It's probably the easiest place we've lived in, believe it or not.
We've been here 3 or 4 years, which is kind of the average time for a teacher to stay in international schools. And we thought, well, we should go somewhere else. We should see the world or whatever. And so we wrote a list and we wrote down all the positive things and the negative things. And the only real negative thing we could come up with was traffic.
And every year the list of positives still keeps us moving forward and wanting to stay. And I think it's definitely the longest place we've both ever lived.
I thought that it was going to be cold and dark. And I found Bucharest to be the absolute opposite.
I really like the sun in this place. It's always sunny. I was initially very scared of the snow, but the sun that comes out almost every day just makes me so happy. And the snow is so beautiful.
I enjoy working at AISB and I like the direction in which we're going as a school. We are looking to become a more inclusive school to appeal to the neurodiversity that's in the classrooms of today.
I can remember the faculty asked me in the first meeting, what was I going to change? And I replied, everything. So that's my plan, because if schools don't change and evolve, they're not doing their job.
One thing that's kept me here is the idea that I'm part of an organization that's continually growing and changing and evolving and becoming something better.
We have the freedom to really bring into practice what is the best instructional practices for students. We have the freedom to try innovative teaching styles with our kids.
I think there are lots of good teaching staff already at the school, so it's great to have colleagues that you can work with who are excellent and very professional.
I think one of the fundamental ideas is that everyone who comes to AISB is from a similar mindset. They understand different cultures in different countries, so it's very easy for them to adapt, and that's why they can work so well together.
This truly is an international setting.
The faculty and staff are very friendly. It's a really beautiful environment because over the years we've had many faculties that have gotten together in a formal relationship and gotten married and grown families.
I met my husband-to-be, John, here.
It was love at first sight for me, and but for her, she wasn't so keen, shall we say.
But he was pretty resilient and persistent, and I guess I soon gave in. And 13 years later, here we are with 2 children who were born both here, and we're still enjoying our life in Romania.
We have a good salary, which at the moment we don't need to pay tax on, and my family get flown home. So we get those flights, we get good medical, we get a lot of support for arranging our visas and work permits.
I would definitely recommend coming to Romania, coming to work for this school in particular. The quality of education, the resources that you get, the treatment, the professional development that you get at the school is very, very competitive. It's top-notch. I'm enjoying it, I'm taking advantage of it, I am happy to work here, I'm happy to live in Romania.
At the start of school we put a piano in the atrium and we put it in the centre, and at the start of school we put a sign on it, please touch. So since then kids play on the piano, and I think that sort of sets the tone about the fact that kids can do amazing things if you allow them to do amazing things.